Here are 7 of the most famous convicts in the world. Number 1. Al Capone, American gangster and crime boss who was convicted of tax evasion. Alphonse Gabriel Capone, better known as Al Capone, was an infamous American gangster who rose to prominence during the Prohibition era. He was born in 1899 in Brooklyn, New York, and became involved in criminal activities at a young age. Capone is most famously known for his leadership of the Chicago Outfit, a powerful organized crime syndicate that engaged in illegal activities such as bootlegging, gambling, and racketeering. Capone became a prominent figure in Chicago, known for his flamboyant lifestyle, ruthless tactics, and ability to evade law enforcement. He was eventually arrested and convicted of tax evasion in 1931, serving an 11-year sentence in federal prison. Capone's life and criminal empire have been the subject of numerous books, films, and other media portrayals. Number 2. Nelson Mandela, former president of South Africa who was convicted of sabotage and served 27 years in prison. Nelson Mandela was a South African anti-apartheid revolutionary, political leader, and philanthropist who served as the first black president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He spent 27 years in prison for his anti-apartheid activities before being released in 1990. Mandela was a symbol of the struggle against racial inequality and injustice, and he played a key role in South Africa's transition to democracy. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993 for his efforts to dismantle apartheid and promote reconciliation. Mandela is widely regarded as one of the most inspirational and iconic figures of the 20th century. Number 3. Oscar Wilde, Irish poet and playwright who was convicted of gross indecency for his homosexuality. Oscar Wilde was an Irish playwright, novelist, essayist, and poet who was known for his wit, flamboyant personality, and contributions to literature. He is best remembered for his acclaimed plays like The Importance of Being Ernest and Lady Windermere's Fan, as well as his only novel, The Picture of Dorian Gray. Wilde's works often explore themes of aestheticism, social class, and morality, and his writing style was characterized by clever humor and satire. Despite his literary success, Wilde's personal life was marked by scandal, culminating in a high-profile trial and imprisonment for his homosexuality. Wilde's legacy as a literary figure and a prominent figure in the LGBTQ+ rights movement continues to endure today. Number 4. Charles Manson, American cult leader and murderer. Charles Manson was an American cult leader and criminal who founded the Manson family, a quasi-commune that became infamous for committing a series of brutal murders in the late 1960s. Manson's followers carried out a series of killings, including the murder of actress Sharon Tate, which were designed to incite a race war he called Helter Skelter. Manson was convicted of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder in 1971 and sentenced to life in prison. He died in 2017. Manson's twisted charisma and ability to manipulate his followers have made him a notorious figure in American criminal history. Number 5. Bernie Madoff, American former stockbroker and investment advisor who was convicted of operating the largest Ponzi scheme in history. Bernard Madoff was an American financier who committed one of the largest Ponzi schemes in history. He founded the Wall Street firm Bernard L. Madoff Investment Securities, LLC, and defrauded thousands of clients out of billions of dollars over several decades. Madoff's scheme collapsed in 2008 during the global financial crisis, leading to his arrest and eventual conviction in 2009. He was sentenced to 150 years in prison and passed away in 2021 while serving his sentence. Madoff's case exposed weaknesses in financial regulation and highlighted the dangers of investment fraud. Number 6. Pablo Escobar, Colombian drug lord and leader of the Medellin cartel. Pablo Escobar was a notorious Colombian drug lord who rose to power in the Medellin cartel during the 1970s and 1980s. He became one of the world's richest and most powerful criminals, controlling a vast drug trafficking empire responsible for supplying the majority of the cocaine entering the United States. Escobar's violent tactics, including bombings, assassinations, and a reign of terror, led to the deaths of thousands of people. After years on the run from law enforcement, Escobar was finally tracked down and killed by Colombian security forces in 1993. His conviction never happened in a court of law because he was killed by authorities before being captured. However, his criminal activities and the impact of his drug empire continue to have lasting consequences for Colombia and the global illicit drug trade. Number 7. Jeffrey Dahmer, American serial killer and sex offender known as the Milwaukee Cannibal. Jeffrey Dahmer was an American serial killer and sex offender who committed the rape, murder, and dismemberment of 17 men and boys between 1978 and 1991. He is known for his gruesome acts, including necrophilia and cannibalism. Dahmer was arrested in 1991 and sentenced to life in prison, where he was later murdered by a fellow inmate in 1994. Dahmer's case is one of the most notorious in the history of the United States. And it's the end of the video, my friend. I want to ask you a favor by clicking the like and subscribe button. I absolutely appreciate it.